Alright, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachah Quadash. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, is edifying. And I'm back in transit, so I'm going to make it brief, Lord willing. But this is just a quick World War III prophecy update. Because yes, World War III is prophesied in the Holy Bible. And it's the way how the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which His name is Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names. But this is the way how Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to destroy America. All right, this same very conflict that you've seen going on in the Middle East for the last, 5-6 decades, even longer than that. But basically, the U.S. and Israel, really Israel, but the United States, which is Babylon the Great, America, which is going to be destroyed in this war. They back Israel, but it's really Israel. They on high alert. They saying that Iran might attack them. And it just be funny how these devils always just know that something's about to happen, but they never have means to deter it or avoid it. And that's, I'm being facetious when I say it's funny, because it's really not funny. But what it is demonic. What they do is, it's called self-fulfilled prophecy, man. They also call it a Hegelian dialect or dialectic. I'm not sure exactly. I might have that second word messed up a little bit, but the point is that they basically control opposition, meaning they're probably going to fake a false flag attack in their own country, in their own land, kill their own people, their own citizens, just so they can have a reason to attack Iran. All right, because we know throughout history, like I said, for the past couple decades, for the better half of more than a century, or half of a century, should I say, a better half of a century, these people been brewing up war all throughout the planet Earth. But they've been having trouble, quote unquote, with Iran, and that's because they're the Persians of the Bible. They're the ancient Persians, and when you go into the history of the ancient Persians, they were not a nation to fuck with. All right, their kingdom was so vast, it was bigger than America, actually. And they had 127 provinces. It tells you that in the book of Daniel. So, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, is basically the one that's stirring this war up here, because, the elites, they in control to a certain extent, but really the Lord is controlling them. He's the ultimate puppet master. So even though they can pull certain strings and, make certain things seem like one way when really it's something else, meaning these false flag attacks, which justifies them in their bombings and war that they commit. The Heavenly Father is the one that's ultimately doing this to destroy America. And that's why America's getting wrapped all into this thing. Here from the Jerusalem Post, I should have been read it, Salakia, for the rant. But it says U.S. repositions warships in expectation of Iranian attack. And this was just posted yesterday. Well, what's today? Hold on. Ain't today the 13th? Yeah, today is the 13th. So this was posted today at 2:40. It says 1440. You see that? 144. That's a spirit. But I guess that would be 1240. And if you add 2 more hours, that would be 240. So I'm not sure exactly. Maybe that's a Pacific time. Excuse me. But the article was just published, so keep your eyes on what's going on over there. Even though I have to add that World War III and missiles, America won't be destroyed until the microchip, which is the RFID microchip implant, the mark of the beast, is implemented, is made mandatory. Then World War III is going to fully go nuclear. But remember, just like a chess game, you got to position yourself for end game. You're not really, you're not in really a rush to end the game right away. You're trying to really position your pieces to get a checkmate, all right, to corner your opponent. So That's what all these strategic moving ships here, putting missiles here and doing that over there, that's basically chess moves. And it's the Lord that's doing it. Okay, it says the U.S. is strongly concerned that Iranian strike on Israel, that an Iranian strike on Israel would lead to a regional war, which would in turn lead to a worsening of the overall situation in the Middle East. And ultimately, that situation in the Middle East is going to cause all nations really to get involved in this war, because this third world war, as the scriptures say in Revelation 11 and 14, cometh quickly. And this is the catalyst that the Lord is using to basically draw these nations in, especially once America gets more heavily involved. Is going to cause the other big nations such as China and Russia, which Iran is already calling on Russia and China to help them, is going to cause them to get involved too. And once you got all these nations with these missiles, including NATO and the EU, there's going to be a nuclear war, man. That shouldn't even be a question. That shouldn't even be a far reach of reality. But these people in America especially, they're dumb. So you can't expect an American, so-called American, to really be processing these type of thoughts. Because if they wouldn't be living so fucking carelessly, man. And that's why the scriptures say that, man. That careless city is going to be destroyed. Right? This is Jeremiah 50. This is the only scripture I'm going to read. I'm going to close the lesson after this. And Lord willing, get into it more, I can. But it says, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that he have taken against Babylon and his purposes. And that's talking about Babylon the Great, or the daughter of Babylon, the virgin daughter of Babylon, which is America in Bible prophecy. It's not talking about ancient Babylon, because the Lord's counsel against ancient Babylon was that the Persians, or the Persians, they came in and they just took over. They amalgamated the Neo-Babylonian Empire, which was really the Assyrians. They weren't even actually Babylonians, but they were by the land, but not by seed. But those people got taken over. They got absolved into the Persian Empire. So meaning they became tributes, and they became basically they became ownership, right, of the Persians. That place wasn't destroyed. That land wasn't destroyed. You could go there this day. It's Iraq. Okay, modern day Iraq was ancient Babylon. So this is not talking about Iraq. All right, this is talking about America. This is a vision that the prophet Jeremiah is having, which is the word of the Lord, Yahweh, which is prophesying against a future kingdom. That he had purpose against the land of the Chaldeans, which is the witches and the warlocks, the council of ancient Babylon. And today, you have modern day witches and warlocks. And America is basically the queendom of witchcraft. In this place, you could damn near do anything. You know what I mean? You could worship anything. You can openly practice witchcraft. You could do anything in America, as long as it's not against American law. But it's not so with the scriptures, man. These things are all crimes and wickedness. Worshiping other gods, or the black magic that they do here, and using the media, to basically put psyop on people's mind and all of that. That's all witchcraft, man. And that's mainly happening. It's coming out of America, man. Hollywood, the Disney whole thing that's coming out, Nickelodeon, all these production companies or whatever, they all been exposed for participating in all type of sacrifice, human sacrifice, and all the sexual magic that they do. And that's the reason why it's so big and influential. All right, because it's basically a big spell. It's rituals that's being done in this land, and that's why the Lord is going to destroy it. Because the sin of witchcraft is punishable by death. It tells you in the scriptures that thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. All right, so with the pharmaceutical industry, the list goes on, man. I could do a whole lesson just on that, on the witchcrafts of America, the mistress of witchcrafts. The scriptures call it that in the book of Nahum. So this is the Lord's purpose. This is his plan, his counsel that he had set up with his son Yahushua and the holy angels. This is what is going on the planet Earth right now. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So what is the least of the flock talking about? It's talking about the smallest of the nations, which not small in number size, small in significance, which is talking about the tribe of Amalek of the nation of Edom. Really, the whole nation of Edom is considered small. In the book of Obadiah, the Lord said he made these small among the heathen. You don't have melanin, you fucking retarded. And the scriptures tell you that if you were wise, you would consider your latter end. So you people really don't have any wisdom at all. All right, you have the knowledge of wickedness. I'm talking about the so-called white man, starting with the elites. They don't have true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And neither do the nations. But the point is that they're the least of the nation. They're the smallest of the nations. And but the Lord is using them. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Talking, who's them? Babylon the Great, America, and their armies. All right, their military. You see it. They're bringing warships in defense of Israel, the state of Israel, which are the Amalekites, which the scriptures called them the worst of the heathen. So we know when it said the least of the flock, it's talking about Amalek. Is talking about the small hats over there in the land of Israel, that they don't belong there. They're Edomites, man. They're the devil and Satan. But the Lord is using them. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And that reminds me of the Mossad, because they have a phrase, I don't know how to say it in that discussing Hebrew that they speak, that Yiddish, but they say, by deception thou shalt wage war. So we know that whenever there's war concerning these small hats especially, there's a lot of hidden lies behind the scenes that most people don't know about. All right, and whatever they putting up on the news and the media and telling you, 9 times out of 10, that's not even what's really the case. So yeah, I believe there is going to be some type of false flag attack in the coming days. We just had that solar eclipse, and you see things is getting hot. All right, things is heating up rapidly, man, especially over there in the Middle East. But over here in America, these people are still living in the calm before the storm. They have no idea that this is the event that's going to draw America into its own demise. Like it says, and he shall surely make their habitation desolate with them. What is that talking about? The nuclear missiles that's going to hit America. It's going to destroy this place. I seen a video earlier in the week about, I was watching a lot. The spirit was really heavily on me. And I was watching a lot of videos about nuclear versus atomic versus hydrogen, technology, bombs. And something interesting was that when they tested, I believe it was a hydrogen bomb. I forget where it was at that they tested. I believe it was the United States that tested it too. They tested this hydrogen bomb, and the spot that they hit after it cleared and after the smoke, and they was able to see it on the radar, on the satellite radar, the shit was gone. The piece of land where they hit, it was literally gone. It was not there anymore. It was just a black hole. So when the scriptures speak about desolation and laying waste, when the Lord say he's going to destroy the foundation thereof, he's talking about missiles, man. It has to be talking about missiles, because that's the only technology that could just erase a land off of the map, literally. All right, I seen it. I saw the pictures, man. It was erased. You saw the landmass around it. It was a circular black hole looking spot on the landmass. But the difference is with America, that's going to be the whole landmass of America from coast to coast, man. It's going to look like that. It's going to be pelted with missiles, with nuclear warheads, which now they have hypersonic and all of these different technology for the missiles and the warheads alone, with all the megatons of TNT. That's what's going to make the earth shake, man. That's what's going to make that great earthquake in Revelation, the 6th chapter and the 18th chapter. And it speaks about it also in Isaiah 21, where it tells you that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. All right, so this is going to happen, man, in the coming days, in the coming months, coming weeks. We just really waiting for the chip to be made mandatory. We know that's going to be the major sign that, all right, now we almost really out of here. But until then, it's just a game of chess and positioning the pieces on the board for that final attack. All right, it says, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved and the cry is heard among the nations. Because you think people are not going to know? People on the other side of the world, they're not going to know that the whole landmass of America is on fire, that it got hit with millions of missiles, man, to be precise, 200 million warheads. You think the whole earth is not going to know that at that point? All right, everybody's going to know that America has been nuked and is destroyed, and all these people here, saving the elect that get beamed up, they all melted, they all dust, they're dead. All right, that's going to be a horrific day, man, on the earth. Everybody's going to know that all these babies, all these women out here, these pregnant women, these old people, these little kids, everybody and everything in America is wasted and melted and destroyed. All right, the whole earth is going to know that. And they're going to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai in that day and forevermore after that. Because that's a day when Yahushai is coming to save his elect from that destruction and to start the establishing of the kingdom of heaven on earth physically, him doing it. Because it's already happening through the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets. All right, which is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai firstly, but it's happening through their men. But the Lord himself is physically going to come and set up this kingdom, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Israel on the planet earth. All right, and that's why we are so excited about this destruction. You know, why we don't have the spirit of fear when we meditate on it. We fear the Lord when we think about this. Yeah, we know that the Lord's judgments are terrible, man. And we don't want to be judged like that by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. We hope and we have an expectation that we're going to be delivered. Lord willing, we the elect. But yo, man, what these people here are just fucking blind. You know, and I'm not going to keep ranting. I'm going to close the lesson off on that. You know, you Babylonian Americans are done, man. You people are all going to die. You know, only the elect of the nation of Israel is being saved as prophesied through the scriptures, man. Zechariah 13:8, 1/3 of the nation of Israel. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.